Hey crafters, it's Leo with Dreaming Tree, and today we're going to create something with a little sunshine, a little sea breeze, and a whole lot of charm. It's called our Seize the Day Tote. This beautiful paper tote has that perfect coastal feeling with its woven style front panel, soft sandy tones, bright ocean blue details, and those sweet little seashell accents that make it feel like a day at the shore. It's a wonderful project for gifting, decorating, or filling with a few treats for someone who could use a little beachy cheer. So gather up your cardstock, take your time, and enjoy the process. Let's get started. Well, you could tackle this in a bunch of different ways, but let's take a look at the little caption first. We sort of have a really just kind of distressed wood caption here. You're going to start with this layer here, and then you can see this lighter gray. Actually emboss this with a nice wood grain texture just to give it that beachy feel. So we're going to get that glued down. And I was a little concerned that it would happen, and it did. Sometimes with this specific embossing folder, it kind of rips the paper a little bit, but it was not bad enough to where I decided I was going to redo it. I'm just going to go with it because most of the caption actually kind of covers up that little tear. If that happens, well, that's a whole nother video in itself. I've done some things with in that situation where I've had to use different embossing machines or a different combination of plates even. Next, we're going to create the base of our little caption. So the white layer is going to be on the bottom. We're going to take this layer that has these little cutouts for the letters, so we don't have to piece all the letters individually. So we'll get that glued down. And then we'll finish it up with the top layer along with some of the little seashell elements. So line that up as accurately as you can, press it down, and then we have this guy here. We'll get that glued down. These are all going down flat, and then the little seashell elements, totally up to you, at your discretion, however you want to do it. You can well, use some foam squares to add some additional dimension. I think that the way that it's layered, I don't know that you really need to add more dimension to it, but you're welcome to. Sometimes I avoid that, especially with small pieces like this. There we go, line that up nicely. Beautiful, there's your caption. Okay, and then we have these guys here on this side, and then we have these guys here on this side. Okay, so all we're gonna do on this side is take this small seashell, glue it on top of this one. You can see that we have the little single line cuts to sort of make the shells more interesting without having to do a whole lot of work. Actually, no work at all. Your machine does all that work, which is nice. Press that down, and then we're going to glue that there. You can see the little shadow elements as far as where that goes. So just line that up. There we go. And then we're going to build this side like so. This is going to be our bottom layer. And then on top of that, we'll go this layer with that. I forget what those are called. They're like sand dollars or something like that. I am not a beach person. Liesl is. She somehow manages to get me to go to the beach with her a couple times a year. I'm sure she would probably live there if she could. So I'm not all too familiar with the different types of shells. But that's okay. She probably isn't either, but that is her happy place. Okay, and then finally this guy here. Again, if you want to add foam squares between some of these layers, like especially like the star, you're welcome to, but again, because of how it's layered, I don't know that it's necessary. I think it's got enough dimension as is, and then you can see where that's going to go. That is just going to go right here. And just line that up with the shadow elements as accurately as you can. Pardon my head. Oops. And there we go. Okay, now you can also see that there is a shadow element of the little shells at the bottom there. So this is how this is going to get glued on. And you could technically, if you want, use some foam squares on that. Now that is where I think I'm okay with it. So what we can do is flip this around and just start laying our foam squares in place. And there we go. I think that's plenty. I'm just going to line that up with the shadow layer, like so, and there we go. Okay, that does look nice with a little bit of dimension. So next up, what we're going to do is we have 2 layers for the sides, so we're going to glue these on top of each other. Okay, and we're actually going to do the same thing with these so that everything's 2 layers thick. Now just make sure that you get these 2 pieces together. That's where our caption is going to go. So let's do that. Now this lattice design, I don't expect you to get glue on every single inch of this. That would be quite a task. So what I'm going to suggest you do is just kind of push down on your glue bottle and just kind of go back and forth and, you know, try to get as much coverage as you can. And we'll glue these together. Now there's a little bit of glue that kind of is just hanging out there on the edges, but that will all kind of dry clear. I'm not worried about it. You can also press with your fingers to sort of eliminate some of that. I don't think it's going to mess with the overall aesthetic at all. So we have that. We'll do the same thing here. You definitely want to focus on the perimeter. Get that. And then just very lightly, just graze over it. You don't want to push down, you're just almost like it's levitating. Oh, my phone just fell. Okay. As long as that perimeter is nice and solid, I think you'll be in good shape. All right, there we go. So those 2 are set, and you might want to just pop those underneath your mat just to let them really dry flat. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing with these. Focus on, and make sure that my texture side is facing out. Just focus on the perimeter mostly, and then we're going to try to fill in that lattice part as best as we can. Quite a lot of surface area to cover here. But overall, a rather quick assembly on this. The only thing that you may encounter is, well, the lattice part of it takes a little bit of time to cut. A lot of details. I noticed that, but you know, you're not hand cutting it, so it's not a big deal. You can walk away and do something, come back. But because of this lattice design, it does take a little bit of time to get through the machine, but it's not a lot of pieces, so that's nice. Okay, so there's that. I'm going to pop that underneath my mat for a little bit and do the last section here. This one has a lot less of that lattice surface, so this one does cut a little bit quicker. Probably will be easier to glue as well. There we go. And it helps if it's kind of flat when you run your glue across these little lattice pieces. Try not to get your nozzle stuck in there. And just line that up as accurately as you can. There it is. Beautiful. Okay. There we go. All right, we'll put that underneath the mat for now. And let's take a look at the structure. Okay, we have 2 of these pieces. We're going to begin by joining the 2 halves together. And we'll start by applying glue to one of the tabs on one of the sections. Doesn't matter which one's which or which one you choose. I'm going to spread that glue out to the very edge. Pop that down on your surface and grab this thing. Grab the other half, line it up. Just make sure it's lined up correctly. There we go. You can take this and fold it on itself. Check the seam there. And press that down again. There we go. Okay, now while we have it somewhat joined together, you can start pulling those little lattice pieces out. And we're going to start gluing those down. Okay. The front and the back, as far as the structure goes, are identical. So it doesn't really matter where you put what. But what we're going to do here is just get this glued down like so, like that. Okay. And what we want to do here, the only part that's going to be visible here is the lattice part and a little bit of the border there. So what I would suggest doing is actually applying glue to just the brown part. I wouldn't gamble and try to put glue on the blue part. Focus on the brown structural part so that we don't accidentally get glue where it doesn't belong. Now actually, one thing that you can do though is for the top, from this point here above this horizontal line, you can put glue there. Okay, but the rest of it, we're gonna go onto the brown. Okay, and just kind of work that perimeter, like so. And then what you want to do here is match up the inner part of the handle. That should be nice and flush. Should meet up perfectly. And then also just make sure that everything here is nice and even. Okay, that looks good. Let's take a look at it from the front. Perfect. Okay, there we go. Press that down. These two pieces here, we just want to make sure that we get this centered. Okay, but again, focus the glue on the structural part and not on the pool colored part so that we don't accidentally get glue where it doesn't need to be. And then what I would do here is actually flip this around like this and just make sure that you have a nice even border all the way around, like so. Let that glue sort of grip it initially, then flip it back over and press down like so. Now this last piece here, this guy here, we're gonna have to put that in after we glue down the tab, which will be fine. It's not a big deal. Okay, so apply your glue here, like so. Okay, make sure that my texture side is up. And get that nice and centered. There we go. And push that down. You can flip it over and push down again. Probably need to zoom this camera out a little bit. Okay, so most of this is done now. Now we just want to join this section together here. So let's go ahead and apply our glue to this guy here. All right. And then, actually I don't think this is gonna work. It might, oh it does. Yeah, you can actually do this flat and it should meet up perfectly. Just line that up. Might have to actually just bring it in like this. Sometimes because of the additional layers, you can't do it flat, and that's okay. Just line that up, get it glued down. There we go, and then you can pop that down on your surface and give it an extra press. Okay, so with this last section here, we're going to apply glue again to the brown part. Just the brown along the perimeter here. And we wanted to do this so that we don't have any unsightly tabs. I want to keep it looking nice. Okay, apply your glue to the little handle, like so. All right. And you just slide this in, make sure your texture is out, and just line that up again with the little inside cut on the handle. If you have that lined up, the rest of it will just magically fall into place like so. Of course, give it a little visual confirmation to make sure. Okay, and we're going to close her up. Apply glue to these 3 tabs to close the bottom. All right, pop that in place. And then we have one more little panel that's going to go inside. I have a little gap there, so I'm just going to take a scrap piece of paper and just kind of shove it in there and just clean up that little seam, that little gap. That happens, not a big deal. You can always go back in and kind of fix it. There we go. And then throw a little bit of glue inside like so. And we'll take this piece. This is our little liner. It's going to go right inside. Just drop it in there. Press down. It's going to hide those tabs as well. And also sort of reinforce the bottom, which is always nice. And there is the tote. And finally, our last step is to pop that on there. You can either glue that on, or again, if you want, you can foam square it and add even more dimension to it. I'm going to lift it up and just kind of see how that looks. You know, I don't know if that's going to, yeah, I don't know. I'm going to go with it. I think it looks cool. But that's going to do it for this one. I know that there's at least one beach lover in your family or among your friends that will appreciate this come, well, any sort of gift-giving occasion, whether it be a birthday or just because, or who knows. I think it's super cute, very practical, and definitely a quick one. So we'll pop that right in place there. You can see the little impression of the shadow, and push that down from the inside a bit, and voila. Done and done. That is going to do it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit that subscribe button. Also hit the little bell so you get notifications anytime we release a new project. That's going to do it. And as always, I look forward to crafting with you again.